This is horror stories.
Oh my!
Welcome, and we're drinking water, man. Welcome to Dental Construction Insider, your podcast for dental construction inside. Not outside, only inside. Today we're talking horror stories. We could do your construction and all that kind of stuff. But this is stories from the road, okay? The first one I have to talk about is somebody sent me our first AI thing today. I flipped a lid almost
He almost had a heart attack.
at our marketing department because I'm like, who authorized this? And the doc says, oh no, man, I'm just kidding. It's AI. I'm like, shit, 50% off. I'm like, geez, dude.
I know.
Anyway, that was funny. I really, after I realized, I laughed.
That's today's horror story.
That's today.
That's today's horror story from the inside.
Yeah.
From the outside.
Let's take it to the outside.
From the outside.
From the outside. This happened last year, and I just about forgot about it.
This was last year, February, March, maybe.
Well, the RV parks were still closed, so we were.
But it was hot because we were sweating. I was
think we were
sweating.
sweating because we were pissed.
Well,
Like,
it
you
could
were
be.
bad. I mean,
It was.
so let me set it up. Okay, so we were on the road, and we're in the van, and
Up north.
we're up north. RV parks are not open particular times of year up north. So, like, if you were to do a line like above Oklahoma, Kansas, somewhere around there, straight across, east to west, anything above that, they're hardly ever open, because it's too cold, and
They closed from like October to May or something. October to April.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
they're just there's no plug-in sites or anything like that. So it was that time. We were going from Maryland to Ohio, I think. We are going somewhere with the Smoky Mountains, and we're trying to get someplace in a hurry. And we're in the van. We have, Toby and Bear with us. And it's at night, and we're trying to drive as far as we can so we can get to the site as early as possible the following day. Because we were trying to accelerate our time on the road to get home early.
Even though
which-
we said we're not going to do that anymore, we still.
Which is why we said we're going to not
Yeah.
fly anymore if we don't have to. Although you guys are taking a flight in a couple of weeks to go
Yes.
measure job. So we still have to fly. But, to fly less, right? So we're driving over somewhere over, I want to say Kentucky, West Virginia. Somewhere.
Yeah, I think Virginia around there because it's very a lot of mountains and
Yeah.
hills and.
Somewhere around the Smoky Mountains, somewhere, something like that. I mean, I don't know. So anyway, we're going through there. It's getting kind of dark. The sky is lighting up with, lightning a lot. And it's like impressive. We're like, wow, look at the lighting. Wow, it looks
How
man.
pretty.
And you're like, well, we better get to a room, man, because, it's getting pretty intense out here. So Veronica finds a place to stay. It's not far.
Because we got to get a place where they accept dogs.
Yeah, so it's got to be dog friendly, pet friendly.
Pet friendly.
Pet friendly. So we, not necessarily cat friendly, but pet friendly for dogs. So we go into, we pull into this place. I can't even remember where it was, what city it was in, but it was a small town, middle of
Nowhere.
but they did have a Marriott, a Courtyard Marriott, so it wasn't that small. It's not right off the highway because the ones right off the highway are expensive, right? And so it's kind of further. So we're driving through there, and we're like, wow, the lighting is impressive. We're looking at it. I drive in because Veronica has to set up the room on her phone using the mobile app, and I'm driving because I can't do any of that for myself. She has to do it. So so I'm driving the parking lot. I'm like, man, there's a lot of cars in here. I'm like, damn. Okay, well, the van it's our home while we're on the road, so we have a lot of shit in it, right? We want to be careful with it where we park it, and we've seen some bad stuff.
Yep.
Where cars have broken into in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Remember that trip?
Yeah.
It's another story. We're gonna write these down for something. You gotta start writing these down. Anyhow, that's a different story. So we're driving in the place, drive around looking for the best spot where you can see the van where it's the most visible. All the parking spots that I want are taken up by Kias and Hondas that are being stolen at that time right now, 'cause
Yeah.
those are easy to steal. So I find a spot in the front. It's kind of, away from the door a bit, kind of far, but it's by the street under a light. And, I'm like, this is a high traffic area. It should be okay here. So I park. You say, go ahead and check in because it's a Marriott. So I can check in at Marriott, where you'd have to check into the Hiltons.
Right.
But I got the Marriott under me. Um, so you say, go ahead and check in. I'm going to get all our stuff together, right? Because, you don't only get our clothes and things together, but then you have to get the boys'
Yes.
stuff together. And
It's like
things.
having kids.
So, yeah, so she's getting, you should see the stuff we have to carry when we get off the van.
Dog food, leashes, and then our clothes,
Our clothes, our shower clothes.
our shower stuff, our pajamas. Yeah, it's a
our
lot.
computers.
Yes, our
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 backpacks,
cameras.
Our cameras. We don't leave the cameras.
No, and if we had the Matterport with us, we got to
That's
take
gotta
that
come
with us too.
Yeah,
And we did have it.
we did have it because we used to travel with it back then.
Yeah.
Because we'd have to use it everywhere we went almost.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so you're getting all that stuff ready so
Yep.
we could load. So I go to the front, and the lightning is intense, but then the thunder is something else. So I'm like, whoa, this is getting closer. So I'm like scurrying inside, like real quick, because I don't want to get struck. And I get in there, and there's a sign on the thing that says something, but I don't read what it says, and it's posted everywhere. But I'm like, I don't know, it's open, whatever. And so I go up there, and the girl checks me in, and she goes, I just wanted you to note our sign here. And so she points it out where I have to read it. And it says, there's going to be a citywide power outage tomorrow as they're transferring power over from one subunit to another subunit, but it's not going to happen until 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, we'll be gone by 7, man.
Yeah.
That ain't going to affect us at 9 o'clock. No problem. No big deal, whatever. So I said, yeah, that's fine. No problem. She goes, okay, I just want to make sure I have to, let everybody know that. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, hey, do you have any free room upgrades? And she goes, let me see. Oh, yeah, you have. Oh, yes, thank you for being, whatever status.
Diamond, whatever.
Whatever status we are. So she goes, I said, okay. So I'm like, all right, I got a bigger room and everything. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably going to love this. So then I get the cards from her and everything, and I go back out to the van. And I'm like, God, I didn't realize I parked this far. Well, man, I'm like, damn, this lightning and thunder is something else, man. It's like, dude, man, it's going to come down here. I'm like, I'm glad we're not sleeping in the van because it gets a little windy and stuff. And then you're like, you think about the guy with the little knife out there at the window, tapping on the door, knocking on the van door.
The 3 knocks.
And so, anyhow, so I go to the van. Veronica was like, okay, you got there. I said, I got it. She was okay, let's go. I don't even get in the van. She starts handing me bags and stuff. And I start putting the backpack on, putting bags and everything on, and grabbing stuff, the camera. She gets out of the van with the dogs in their hand, their stuff, and all her bags that she has to carry. And she slams the door closed on the van. And when she does that,
yeah.
And then we turn around and boom, all the lights in the hotel,
the parking lot,
in the parking lot,
everything.
The city goes off. We're like, what the hell? And then we're standing outside there looking just shocked. And then we're like, drip, drip,
big drops,
drip. And we're like, oh shoot, brother, gotta get inside. So we just start going inside, and we're like going. She's dragging the dogs. They're like, they're wanting to smell, and they're getting out of the van. So like, hey, I can pee now, and they're like, and she's pulling.
Poor things. I didn't let them pee or poop. Nothing. Because it started raining.
It started raining hard then.
Yeah.
As we got closer.
Yeah.
As we got more than halfway, it started raining harder and harder. And then we get inside the lobby.
You can't open the front doors.
No, some guys are like, they pulled the door open and left it open because it's the motor's locked, right? I mean, it's only emergency exit, so they pull it up and they leave it open. And Veronica says, what floor are we on? I said, we're on the 4th floor. I didn't tell her that I asked for a free room upgrade, so I didn't, because that's why we didn't get the 1st floor. That's why we didn't get the 1st floor. So we go up to so we go down the hallway, long ass hallway.
All the way to the end.
All the way down the hallway again, back around towards the front. So we come in, here's the front. Go past the front, go past the elevators because they're wide open with the lights on. All the emergency lights that work in that hotel are on because not all of them work. So you can kind of see. So we're getting our phones out and kind of
very creepy.
Yeah, using our phones as flashlights. Yeah. You see people walking. All of a sudden, somebody walks by. You're like, shit, I didn't even see that guy coming. Because it's freaking dark.
Yeah.
The lobby's right here, right? So you're walking past here. Here's the elevator. You walk past that. You go down another hallway, and then you come back down another hallway, U-shaped. Here's the lobby, right? So then you go up the staircase, 4 floors of stairs. The dog's like, jumping up the stairs, running. Veronica's carrying them, carrying all this bag,
and pulling them.
I stop at level 3, hold on a second. That was a long ass walk around there. So I'm like, hold on. And so I'm like, okay, let's go. And so then we go up the last flight of stairs. We get up to our room. And I pull the key out and put the thing in there and it was click. I go to open the door and the door goes clang. I'm like, what the heck? Clang. I'm like, oh, the little thing on the doors is stuck. I'm like,
Somebody
shit,
was in there.
somebody's in this room. This is somebody's room.
Yeah.
What the hell? Shit. I gotta go back downstairs. So
4
Veronica's
flights.
like, oh, God. Veronica's by that time.
Oh man, I'm
You
yeah.
could see fire coming out of her head at
I
night.
was sweating.
She was sweating, but you could see fire coming out. So it was good because it lit up the whole walk area when I was following. Because she was walking, say she was walking with a purpose.
Yeah.
You know how Veronica gets a temper, right? She was walking with a purpose. So we walked back down that hallway. 'Cause we're in the middle
Past
of
the
hallway,
elevators.
past the elevators, down the 4 flights of stairs, across the hall, back around, back past the elevators. I'm going to put my bags down in the lobby there, seating area, because I found a spot. And I'm going to put the bags down and go talk to people in the front, right? Bear says, I can't take it anymore. Takes a big steaming poop right
Yep.
there at the front
I think
desk.
the biggest he's ever taken in his life.
In the little tile stair pathway, walkway there. And I put the thing down, I turn around and I see him, I'm like, oh my God, Bear. And there's some people sitting in some little seats there by our fireplace, got the little fireplace going. They're like, and they tell each other, like, hey man, do you smell that? Like, yeah. And I don't even look at them. I see them doing that, and I just go past Veronica, says, bring me the bag. And I'm like, oh. I turn around and go. I get the bag of clothes. I don't know why. I guess I was confused for whatever reason. Maybe I was out of breath from walking all the stairs. I go to the bag. She goes, not that bag, the dog bag. I'm like, oh, I turn around, get the dog bag and hand it to her. She's picking it up, and then the girl comes out, and Veronica's trying to clean up. And the girl comes to the front desk, and I say, hey, somebody's in that room. I said, yeah. And she goes, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. And Veronica says, we just want a refund. And the girl goes, okay, yeah, no, I'll give you a refund. And I said, yes, we'd run a refund. Veronica says, give me the keys to the van. I said, I'll meet you in the van. She goes to the van. I get all the stuff with the girl refunded and X'd out and stuff. And then I go back to the van, put all the stuff away. Veronica says, I found us another hotel. It's 30 minutes away. No, it's 18 minutes away. I'm like, okay, great. We start, it's pouring rain, right?
Yeah.
When she went out to the van with the dogs, it was pouring rain. When I ran out to the van with all the bags, it was pouring rain. And we were parked far. Man, I was soaked. We got in the van, we're figuring out, where this is at, how we're going to get there. Okay, we get on the road. The freaking GPS is taking us to construction.
Mm-hmm.
The road after we left that little town further toward where we're going to go is full of construction, one lane. Flooded roads because they got the barriers on both sides and you can only pass one car at a time. And
So,
man,
it took
it took 48 minutes to get there.
Yep.
18 minutes.
18 miles.
18 miles supposed to take us like 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
It took us 48 minutes to get there.
Yep.
We get to that hotel. It's still pouring rain coming down. Veronica parks like freaking under the awning right there. Like the van's gonna freaking stay here tonight. I don't give a damn. We get off. I get off with her and tell her I need a room. The girls, oh, there's no room. So I'm like, we booked a room. Veronica says, I booked a room. I have a confirmation number. Oh, that shouldn't have taken it. We don't have any room. Veronica says, I have a confirmation number. And then she's looked at, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Here it is. And she gives me the keys. Oh, yeah, you've already pre-registered, whatever it is.
Yeah. I pre-checked in.
You pre-checked in. Here, I made your keys. I forgot. I'm like, oh, my God, lady. You don't know her temper. So I tell Veronica, here's the keys. Go to the room with the boy, and I'll take everything up. And she goes, okay. And then the lady goes, yeah, is everything okay? And I'm like, oh, my God, you have no idea. We just came from the other place. They lost power. And we couldn't get in our room, and it was a whole fiasco trying to get here.
And then my dog takes a shit in the middle of the...
I didn't tell her that. But she was like, oh, my God. I was telling her the story, and she was trying not to laugh, and she was chuckling a little bit. And, because she had other people coming from that hotel to that hotel, going to that Marriott. Oh, my God, man. We were just trying to get a room. And then we had to be at the office the next day early, bright and bushy-tailed. After that, showered, went to showered. She has to, feed the boys, take them out.
Mm-hmm.
And then, whenever they're in a hotel, they get a shower and so she bathes them, and then they go to sleep. She finally gets to go to sleep, and and we're like, and then the next day, we're like at the job, like, oh hey, you guys sleep well last night? How
Oh
was it?
yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, dude,
Don't even ask.
I don't even want to talk about it, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
We can laugh about it now.
we
but
can laugh now, but
Man, I
Bear
was
taking that
pissed.
big
Oh
steamer
my
on the floor,
god.
man. I'm like, dude,
That
is Erica following this with the camera? I'm like, did
that
she
was the icing on the cake.
did she stage this or something? I'm like, it's funny though. We turn around, the power goes off, and I'm like, oh my god, dude. I mean, and that's back before we did a whole lot of video of us.
Oh my god, can you imagine? No.
I know, I know. So that's a horror story. Anyhow, we have more of those stories from the road. I think we had one the other day we talked about that we need to bring up, but I forgot what it's about.
I
It was from
forgot.
this last
Yeah.
trip. It was from this last trip.
Oh, the Telluride trip. Haze. We know what haze is now.
Oh yeah. So
Oh my god.
we went to this last trip. We went east. We went to Telluride. First trip of the year, and
Tommy's like, let's go to Telluride. We're just an hour and a half away from Grand Junction. I'm like, first of all, it's not an hour and a half away, but okay. We'll go to Telluride.
so we were going to Grand Junction, but we stopped
Yeah.
in Telluride, a little detour. real
Yeah, a
quick.
little detour. So
They're both north from where we are.
Yeah.
So.
so on our map, our weather map, it just said haze, and we're like, okay, well, I mean, it's hazy. There's no. It didn't say it was snow. It didn't say it was raining. It's just a haze. Well, apparently haze means blizzard because
Mhm.
when we got up there, it was bad. It was so bad they closed the roads. We had to park. We had to park in Mountain Village, which everywhere it says no parking overnight. We said, F it. We're from Texas. We don't know any better, which we do because we've been there so many times. And it ended up snowing 9 inches that night.
Mhm.
And we were white knuckling the whole way.
Yeah.
I was driving about 10, 15 miles an hour for
Yeah.
like 60 miles.
Mhm.
Yeah, it took us hours. And then when we finally get to where we needed to be, they closed the road because it was so bad. Oh my God, it was horrible. That was scary.
That was a situation where I thought, like,
So,
oh
yeah.
man, are we gonna?
It was so scary that I'm not going to Telluride for a while, for a long
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna give them a break.
Yeah, it was a bad taste in my mouth. That left a
We
bad
went.
taste
We
in my
still
mouth.
went and ate the pizza.
Oh, heck yeah,
when
brown
we got
dog.
there. We still went and ate the pizza because
Oh.
we had gotten there.
Yeah.
So, but
But
and we
it
even ate at the
was-
bar.
So we had to park at the marketplace in Mountain Village, took all our stuff down again. Thank God we didn't have
We
any
didn't have-
animals with
we
us.
didn't have the boys with us.
We had to take the gondola to Telluride. So that was what, a 30, 40 minute
no,
gondola ride?
it's 25 minutes.
Damn, it seems like longer than that.
It seems longer because it goes so damn slow. It's like,
Well, then they would stop it because something happens.
oh
and
yeah,
so they have to slow it down.
Somebody trips, and then
Yeah.
they got to stop it so they can
Or
pick
a
them up. and get 'em
wheelchair or
in.
something comes in, they have
wheelchair.
to. So because the roads were closed, everybody was taking the gondolas. So
And
now
it's
I tell Tommy anytime I see the word haze, it means blizzard.
Yeah, it said haze, and Veronica goes, "What's haze?" I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, and it had the little haze, the little lines. It
Haze.
didn't have snow, it didn't have rain, it had the little haze. And let me tell you, you could not see anything in front of you.
Mm-mm.
Thank God my mother didn't know where we were because she would have flipped.
I know. She would have. I was like, how am I going to explain this?
Yes.
If I make it.
Yeah, I know.
And you're just going up and down.
Up and down, there's no
There's
railing.
turns and there's rails. There's no, they call it open range.
Yeah.
So there's no guardrail.
There's no guardrail. That's just,
Mhm.
thank God it was more snow than ice.
Yeah.
But we had to put the van in 4-wheel drive because
I made her stop. She wouldn't want to stop because she was following some people. So we went through probably about 30 miles, going 18 miles an hour on average for 30 miles. It took a long time to go.
it
that
took
far.
us hours.
And we got to the next city. And I said, stop right here. But we were following some people, and she didn't want to stop because she was like, no, I'm following them. I said, stop. I'm putting this van in 4-wheel drive. So I YouTubed it. So I know how to put the stupid van in full. I know
Yeah.
how to put the other trucks in full drive because it's easy, right?
Yeah.
Hubs, shifter, good to go.
Yeah, no, this one's just a button, but you have to be
In neutral.
neutral.
Or you have to be in park. So I YouTubed it. And then she stopped in the little town, I think it was Ouray.
Corey.
And I said, pull over right here. And she was like, no, I want to pull over. So she pulls over, puts the van in park. I push the button for full drive. The light comes on. I'm like, like,
Is that
okay,
it?
nothing's going to say 4x4
No,
mode.
nothing.
Like, okay, so she puts it back in drive. She sees some cars coming, so she jumps in behind them. And we drive for another over an
And
hour.
sure enough, you can feel it like
You
grabbing.
can feel it grab. Yeah, you feel, yeah.
Yeah.
And when you turned, especially.
Oh, yeah.
And so for, I don't know, another hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, we drove to get to Mountain Village. And the GPS kept saying updating. And then it finally said, road closed ahead,
Yeah.
detour
It went
coming.
from 18 minutes to an hour and 30 minutes. We're like, what?
Yeah.
And it was because they closed the road.
But it started out real sunny.
Oh, my
The
God.
sun
It
was out in New
was.
Mexico. We get into, New Mexico's real sunny. We're going
Yeah.
through, and then we get into a little town, and it's like, oh, what's this? It
Haze.
says haze. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, what are those clouds up there? Ah, they're over there. We're going that way. No, we're going around that way. So, going
There was
around-
even a helicopter, and I'm like, okay, if that
Yeah.
helicopter's flying around, then we're good.
He was flying around. It was
Low.
IFR.
Yeah.
He was low. It was still IFR, and he was flying around, but I could see him. You think it's VFR, but it's not. It was IFR. I'm like, dude, it's not even IFR.
Yeah,
Probably
so.
LFR. So, anyway, I was like, yeah, the old saying about going around the mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, heck
Oh, yeah.
man. It was, that's like Veronica says, oh, so what's that over there? I'm like, nah, we're going that way. And then we're like, shh. And then I'm like, oh my God, here
Yeah.
we go.
It was.
And then progressively, you see like a puddle on the road, like a little puddle of water. Well, you'll see a little patch of snow, and then a little patch of snow on that side, and then more patches, and then pretty soon all you see is tracks in the snow. You don't see a yellow line.
You can't see
white
anything.
line. You don't see anything, and all you see, and then all of a sudden you see cars in front of you, and then the hazard lights, and everybody's going the same speed.
Yep.
We went that way for a long time until we got to that place we put in four-wheel drive. Then we went.
We
to
were
Mountain
supposed to
Village.
get there at 4 because I kept on saying, let's just try and get there before dark.
I said so many prayers.
Oh, my
I
gosh.
think I filled up. God was probably like, enough.
Yeah. So
No.
we
You
ended
already
up.
asked me that.
We were supposed to get there at 4. We didn't get to Mountain Village because we didn't make it all the way. We got there. It was already pitch dark, which was 6:37. That's how slow we were going.
It was, yeah. It was dark. I had figured, I said, I was making like all these compromises. I said, God, if he gets to Mountain Village, we know how to get to
to tell you right.
Telluride from there. We can get there. If we get to Mountain Village, we would be good because we were also running low on diesel.
Oh my God, yeah, you're
We
right.
had 3 bars of diesel. Technically, we only had 1 bar. 2 bars are your reserve tank, and that'll only take you 50 miles.
Yeah.
But at the speed we were going and the distance we were going, you burn through that pretty quick. Plus with the heater on in the van, so
Because the gas station was at the bottom of the mountain where it was closed.
where it was close, so we couldn't get to the bottom because that's where the fuel station was, and the only other fuel station was 2 hours back the other way.
Yeah.
So
It was, oh
it was a
my
mess.
God.
So we turned into Mountain Village. So the road closed at Mountain Village. Like, thank
Yeah.
God they're letting us into Mountain Village because that's the last place you can get into.
Yeah.
We turn into Mountain Village, and we turn right, and we see this line of cars. Well, there's a cop first, right?
Yeah. Telling you got to
That's
turn.
blocking all the traffic, telling everybody to just turn, right? And so we turn into Mountain Village, and we turn in, and then all you see is all these headlights, all these cars, and we're going through the winding Mountain Village back into, to where it dead ends. Almost, it doesn't dead end at the market, but it's kind of close, right?
Yeah.
So we're going through, and we're seeing all these cars stop. We're seeing cars
And my
stop.
wipers don't work anymore.
Oh, that's right. The wipers. Okay. The wipers froze.
Yeah.
So the windshield wiper fluid we got was 22 and below, or 22 plus.
Yeah, 22 and
So
above.
at 22 degrees, it was, and above, it was great. Anything lower than that, it would freeze. Well, it was 12.
12 degrees, yeah.
So it wasn't working. So the wipers wouldn't work. Veronica was trying to use them. I told her to leave them on so that way they'd keep the snow off. But she turned them off because I guess they were annoying her. Well, then some of the snow melted on the windshield and froze because inside the van is warm, outside it's cold. It created, a little bit of condensation. It froze. So I was like, shoot.
I
So
couldn't
she was
see.
she went as far as she could. I said, just stop. I don't care if anybody's behind you, stop. I had gotten up while she was driving to Mountain Village. Thank God that happened in Mountain Village. because there was a place to just kind of stop because people were just driving like in what I assume like Mexico where they just stop and do whatever they want anywhere, you know, they just stop, do whatever they want anywhere. They were doing that. And so she stopped in the middle of the path going into the market. I jumped out of the van like crazy, got off, wiped the driver's side with the towel, um, came back and got in the van, but I didn't do the passenger side, so I couldn't see, but she could see, and she was like, "Oh my god!" She was, "Thank you, I can see much better." So she kept driving slow. We got into the market. I said, "There's a spot." She turned in. I said, "There's a spot right there. Park right there." She goes, I said, "Just park right there," because anybody that knows, Veronica gets into a parking lot. Veronica gets a little confused on where to park in a parking lot.
There's too many options.
She's like, "No, not that spot. Maybe that spot. Well, maybe that spot. No, that spot back over there looked better. Let's go back around to that spot." No. No, I wasn't having that. I wasn't having that day. So I found a spot. I said, "Park right there." She parked right there next to that spot. We sat there in the van, like just trying to like gather our wits about us because of what we had gone through. I mean, it was white knuckle.
My arms. The next day I woke up, my arms were sore because I was holding on to that
steering
wheel for dear life. It was crazy.
Yeah, and then we had to go to the restroom. So she went to the restroom inside there, and then she came back with a bunch of intel about they're going to close the road and blah 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 this and that. And I'm like, "Yeah, the road's closed. We know." And they're like, "Hey, we're just going to leave our vehicles there." And Veronica had told the guys, "Hey, we're parked there." And they're like, "Man, just leave it there. I mean, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to come tow it today. They might ticket you." I'm like, "Hell with it. We'll pay the ticket."
Yeah.
So then I went to the restroom and I heard people saying the same stuff, and I just, came back and the snow was 4 inches, 5 inches by that point already. It was thick. So we got clothes, got what we needed, turned the van off finally, even though it was running the whole time. And we have low fuel, but it idle. It doesn't burn that much. Turned the van off, got our stuff, got in the gondola. At that point we knew where we were going because we've been there so many times. We know how to get to our room. So we got in the gondola. You get in the gondola from the market, and you go to the ski area, and then you change gondolas in Mountain Village for the last time to go over the mountain,
Saint Sophia,
up above the Saint Sophia, and then back down into Telluride.
Yeah.
And then we got into Telluride, went to our room, and then got our stuff, put our stuff down, said, "Let's go eat."
Oh yeah.
Went to Brown Dog, ate
at the bar while we watched the
bar,
game.
Watching the game, and then
It was good.
went back to the room. Then after all that cold and freezing we had, the room was like 80-something degrees. And Veronica turned the thermostat to 60 and opened the windows like, there's no way we could sleep at this.
No.
So,
and then at 2:00 in the morning, these loud, drunk people were screaming and hollering everywhere.
Screaming and hollering. They come in drunk at 2:00 in the morning or high.
Or high, yeah, because it's,
it's legal there. So, oh, man. And that's when we said, you know what? We're not coming back here for a while, man, because...
I'm done.
We even left early. We were going to stay the day and kind of hang out and didn't shit. No, we left.
Yeah. I was like, let's get out of here before it starts to haze again.
The road's open.
Yeah.
Let's get some diesel. Let's get the hell out of here. And we did.
And then we had to figure out how to take the van off 4-wheel drive. That was another challenge.
Oh, that's right.
We had to go all the way to Ridgeway.
We went all the way to Ridgeway with the van in 4-wheel drive.
Yeah,
so even when we started, we went to the fuel station, put diesel in the truck, in the van. And then we drove it to Ridgeway, which is about another 30, 35 minutes typically.
But it took us
a little
longer.
bit longer. And then we were like hungry, so then we'd get out of 4-wheel drive, and then we ate there. And then, and then we were like, let's get to Grand Junction. And then we get to Grand Junction, it's sunny.
Yep. It's
no
18 degrees, but it's sunny.
Snow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are two different stories.
Yep.
We have some more. We'll write them down. Anyhow, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.